Hello everyone, welcome to Homework Help. If you find the videos useful, please subscribe to the channel. So in this video, we'll solve this problem using the concepts of Cartesian equation of plane. So as per part A, what is the value of k that makes the planes 4x plus ky minus 2z plus 1 equals 0 and 2x plus 4y minus z plus 4 equals 0 parallel? So let's start with part A. If two planes are parallel to each other, that means their normal vectors are also parallel to each other. So this is a very important concept we need to understand and memorize. We are given the equations in Cartesian form. We can write the normal vectors for these two planes. Let's start by writing the general equation of a plane in Cartesian form. In this equation, a, b and c are the coefficients of x, y and z terms. They are also the components of the normal vector for this plane. Based on this, we can write the normal vectors for the two given planes. In the first equation, the coefficient of x is 4, the coefficient of y is k, and the coefficient of z is -2. So the normal vector for the first plane is 4k minus 2. Now we can write the normal vector for the second plane. The coefficient of x is 2, the coefficient of y is 4, and the coefficient of z is -1. This is the normal vector for the second plane. We have to find the k value that will make these two vectors parallel to each other, because if the planes are parallel to each other, that means their normal vectors are also parallel to each other. If these two normal vectors are parallel, that means these two vectors have to be collinear, so they should be scalar multiples of each other. That means the ratio of their x components and y components and z components should be the same. So we can use this information to write a proportion equation for the components. The x components in the vectors are 4 and 2. So 4 over 2 equals the y components. K over 4 equals the z components. -2 over -1. Now we can simplify the first and the third ratios. The k value should be such that k over 4 should be equal to 2. So we can write that as an equation. Now we can cross multiply the 4 to find the value of k. I get k equals 8. So if k is equal to 8, then the planes will be parallel to each other. So this should be the final answer for part A. Now we can answer part B. What is the value of k that makes these two planes perpendicular? If two planes are perpendicular to each other, then their normal vectors are also perpendicular to each other. This is a very important concept we need to understand and memorize. That means the dot product of the normal vectors should be equal to 0. We can use the normal vectors we found in part A. Now we can calculate the dot product on the left side. we should multiply the x, y, and z components. Now we can combine the like terms 8 and 2. We have to solve for k, so we should isolate k. We can subtract 10 from both sides. Next, we can divide both sides by 4. And we can reduce this fraction to negative 5 over 2. So this should be the value of k that will make these two planes perpendicular to each other. This should be the final answer for part B. Now we can answer part C. Can these two planes ever be coincident? Explain. Two planes are coincident if their equations are scalar multiples of each other or the equations are the same. So let's analyze the two given equations. We can see the equations are not the same because the coefficients of x, z, and the number term are different. Now we can check if these two equations are scalar multiples of each other. That means if we multiply one equation by a number, do we get the other equation? For that, we can check the ratios of the coefficients of x, y, and z terms and the number terms. So the number terms in these two equations are 1 and 4. So we should write the ratios of the coefficients and the number terms. Now we can simplify the ratios. We can see that not all ratios are the same. That means these two equations are not scalar multiples of each other. And that confirms that these two planes can never be coincident. So if any of the ratio is different from the others, the planes are not coincident. So these are the steps you have to keep in mind to solve a problem like this one. So I hope you'll find this video useful. Please share it, like it, and subscribe to Homework Help. Thank you very much and have a nice day. Bye.